Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Daily English Fluent Podcast. I am Jake, and today I am very happy to practice English with you. In today's episode, we are going to talk about another very common English question. The question is, what are your strengths? This question is very popular in job interviews, English classes, business meetings, and even casual conversations. At first, it sounds easy. You know yourself, so you should know your strengths. But when someone asks you this question in English, many learners suddenly become quiet. Maybe you know the answer in your own language, but you cannot explain it in English. Maybe you worry about using the wrong words. Maybe you think you will sound arrogant if you say good things about yourself. Do not worry. This feeling is completely normal. Today, we will learn how to answer this question in a simple, natural, and confident way. We will use easy English, short sentences, and useful examples. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to describe your strengths without feeling nervous. You will also learn useful vocabulary that you can use in many different situations. First, let's understand what the question really means. When someone asks, "What are your strengths?" they are not asking if you are perfect. They do not expect you to be the best person in the world. They simply want to know what you do well. They want to understand your good qualities, your skills, and your personality. They want to know how you can help other people, solve problems, or complete your work successfully. Many English learners make one common mistake. They think they must use very advanced vocabulary to answer this question. They say long sentences with difficult words because they want to sound intelligent. But this usually creates another problem. They forget the words. They become nervous. They lose confidence. Remember this simple rule. Clear English is always better than difficult English. Simple sentences can sound confident and professional. Now, what exactly is a strength? A strength is something you are good at. It can be a personal quality. It can be a work skill. It can be a habit that helps you succeed. For example, maybe you are friendly. Maybe you are patient. Maybe you always finish your work on time. Maybe you enjoy helping people. These are all strengths. Let's start with one of the most useful strengths. You can say, "I am hardworking." Hardworking means you do not give up easily. You try your best every day. You finish your tasks even when they are difficult. Here is a simple example. I am hardworking because I always try to finish my work carefully. This sentence is easy, but it sounds strong. Another common strength is being responsible. Responsible means people can trust you. When someone gives you an important task, they know you will do it well. You can say, "I am responsible. I always try to keep my promises." This is an excellent answer for both daily conversations and job interviews. Many people also describe themselves as friendly. Friendly means you enjoy talking with people and making others feel comfortable. If you work with customers, classmates, or teammates, this is a wonderful quality. You can say, "I am friendly. I enjoy meeting new people and helping them." Another useful word is patient. Patient means you stay calm when something takes time. You do not become angry quickly. Teachers, nurses, parents, customer service workers, and many other professionals often need this strength. You can simply say, "I am patient because I understand that good results take time." Now let's learn another important strength. You can say, "I am a fast learner." This does not mean you know everything. It means you can learn new skills quickly. Employers love hearing this because every new job requires learning. For example, you can say, "I am a fast learner. I enjoy learning new things every day." Another useful strength is being organized. Organized means you plan your work carefully. You keep your schedule, your desk, or your files in good order. You know what to do first and what to do next. A simple sentence is, "I am organized. I like making plans before I start working. Some people are very creative. Creative means you enjoy finding new ideas and different solutions. You do not always follow the same path. You think in new ways. You can say, I am creative. I enjoy solving problems with new ideas. Now let's practice using these strengths in complete answers. Imagine someone asks, "What are your strengths?" You could answer like this. I think one of my strengths is that I am hardworking. I enjoy learning new skills, and I always try to do my best. Notice how simple this answer is. It does not use difficult vocabulary, but it sounds natural. Here is another example. I am a friendly person. I enjoy working with other people, and I like helping customers when they have questions. This answer is useful if you work in a shop, restaurant, hotel, or office. Let's make another example. One of my strengths is that I am patient. I stay calm when problems happen, and I like finding good solutions. Again, this answer is clear and easy to understand. Now let's imagine you are still a student. You may think you do not have many strengths because you do not have much work experience. That is not true. Students also have many strengths. You can say, I am curious. I enjoy learning new subjects. Or you can say, I work hard, and I always try to improve. These answers show a positive attitude. Some learners worry because they think talking about their strengths sounds proud. But there is a difference between confidence and arrogance. Confidence means you understand your good qualities. Arrogance means you think you are better than everyone else. A confident answer is simple, honest, and realistic. For example, I believe I am reliable because I always finish my work on time. This sounds natural. It does not sound proud. Let's compare two answers. The first answer says, I am the smartest person in my company. This sounds arrogant. The second answer says, I enjoy learning, and I always try to improve my skills. This sounds confident and professional. You can also explain your strengths with small examples. Instead of only saying, I am responsible, you can add one more sentence. I am responsible. When I have a deadline, I always finish my work before the deadline. This makes your answer stronger because you give proof. Here is another example. I am a good listener. My friends often ask me for advice because I listen carefully before I speak. This sounds much more interesting than only saying, I am a good listener. Now, let's build a simple structure that you can remember. First, say your strength. Second, explain it in one short sentence. Third, give one small example. This structure is easy and natural. For example, my strength is that I am hardworking. I always try to complete my work carefully. Last month, I finished an important project before the deadline. Or, I think I am friendly. I enjoy talking with new people. At work, I always welcome new customers with a smile. These answers are not long, but they help the listener understand your personality. Many beginners ask, how many strengths should I mention? Usually, 2 or 3 strengths are enough. You do not need to list 10 different qualities. It is better to explain 2 strengths well than mention many without explanation. Let's practice another complete answer. One of my biggest strengths is that I am organized. I like planning my work before I begin. Because of this, I usually finish my tasks on time. Another strength is that I am a fast learner. I enjoy learning new skills, and I am always ready to improve. This answer sounds confident, clear, and professional. It is also easy enough for beginner and intermediate English learners. Now let's talk about pronunciation. When you say your strengths, speak slowly. Pause between your ideas. For example, I am hardworking, pause. I enjoy learning to new skills, pause. I always do my best. Speaking slowly makes your English easier to understand. It also makes you feel more confident. Remember, your goal is not to sound perfect. Your goal is to communicate clearly. Every time you practice talking about your strengths, your confidence will grow. Little by little, answering this question will become easier and more natural. Now let's continue learning more useful strengths that you can talk about in English. Remember, the goal is not to memorize many difficult words. The goal is to learn a few useful strengths and explain them naturally. If you can describe yourself clearly, people will understand you much better. Another excellent strength is being dependable. Dependable means other people can count on you. If you promise to do something, you do it. If your team needs help, you are there. You can say, "I am dependable. People know they can trust me." This is a simple but powerful answer. You can also describe yourself as honest. Honest means you tell the truth and act with integrity. Employers, teachers, and friends all appreciate honesty. You can say, "I am an honest person. I always try to do the right thing." This sentence is easy to remember and useful in many situations. Another useful strength is being calm under pressure. Sometimes work becomes busy. Sometimes unexpected problems happen. Some people panic, but others stay calm. If this describes you, you can say, "I stay calm when problems happen. I like finding solutions instead of worrying." This answer sounds mature and professional. Let's learn another important quality. You can say, "I am flexible." Flexible means you can adapt when plans change. Life does not always go exactly as we expect. Sometimes we need to learn something new or work in a different way. Flexible people accept change and continue moving forward. You could say, "I am flexible. I can adapt to new situations quickly." Many companies also value people who work well with others. This is called teamwork. You do not need to use difficult words. You can simply say, "I enjoy working with other people. I like sharing ideas and helping my team." This answer is useful for almost every job. Let's practice with another complete example. My strengths are that I am responsible and organized. I like planning my work before I begin, and I always try to finish my tasks on time. I also enjoy helping my teammates when they need support. Notice that each idea is connected smoothly. The answer is not too short, and it is not too long. It gives useful information without becoming complicated. Now let's imagine a classroom situation. Your English teacher asks everyone to talk about one personal strength. Some students become nervous because they cannot think of anything. But remember, everyone has strengths. Maybe you are kind. Maybe you are patient. Maybe you never stop trying. These are all wonderful qualities. A student could answer like this: "I think one of my strengths is that I never give up. Sometimes English is difficult, but I practice every day. I know I still make mistakes, but I keep learning." This answer is honest. It also shows determination. Many teachers would appreciate this kind of answer because it shows a positive attitude. Now imagine you are applying for your first job. The interviewer asks, "What are your strengths?" You do not need to pretend that you have many years of experience. Instead, focus on your personality and your willingness to learn. For example, you could say, "I am a fast learner. I enjoy learning new skills, and I always listen carefully when someone teaches me something new. I also work hard and try to improve every day." This answer sounds confident, even if you do not have much experience. Now let's talk about another common mistake. Some people simply list many adjectives. I am friendly, responsible, honest, patient, organized, creative. This is not the best answer, because it sounds like reading a list. Instead, connect your ideas naturally. For example, I am a friendly person, and I enjoy working with different people. I am also organized because I like planning my work before I begin. This sounds much more natural and conversational. Another mistake is giving strengths that are too general without any explanation. Imagine someone says, "I am hardworking." Then they stop speaking. The listener may wonder, how do you know? It is always better to add one simple sentence. I am hardworking because I enjoy finishing every task carefully. Or, I am responsible because people can trust me to complete my work. These small explanations make a big difference. Let's learn a few more useful strengths. You can say, I am positive. A positive person looks for solutions instead of only thinking about problems. You might say, I try to stay positive even when work becomes difficult. You can also say, I pay attention to details. This means you notice small mistakes and work carefully. It is especially useful in jobs that require accuracy. You could say, I pay attention to details because I want my work to be correct. Another strength is good communication. This means you can explain your ideas clearly and listen carefully to other people. You might say, I enjoy talking with people and listening to their ideas. Now let's practice another complete answer. I believe my biggest strength is that I am dependable. If someone asks me to do something, I always try my best to finish it well. Another strength is that I enjoy learning. Every new challenge gives me a chance to improve. This answer sounds warm, confident, and realistic. Now, let's compare weak answers and stronger answers. Weak answer, I am good at everything. This sounds unrealistic because nobody is perfect. Better answer, I am always trying to improve, and I think one of my strengths is that I learn quickly. This sounds much more believable. Weak answer, I have no weaknesses. Again, this sounds unrealistic. Better answer, I am always learning, but I think one of my strengths is staying positive and continuing even when something is difficult. Honest answers usually create a better impression than perfect answers. Now let's imagine another situation. You are meeting new classmates in an English course. Everyone introduces themselves and shares one strength. One student says, I am creative because I enjoy drawing and finding new ideas. Another student says, I am patient because I like helping younger children with their homework. Another says, I am organized because I enjoy making schedules and planning my week. All of these answers sound natural because they include a reason. Now let's practice with a longer example. Hello everyone. My name is Daniel. I think one of my strengths is being organized. I enjoy planning my work, so I rarely forget important tasks. Another strength is that I am friendly. I enjoy meeting new people and working in a team. Finally, I am always ready to learn something new because I believe learning helps me grow. This introduction sounds clear, positive, and professional. Now let's talk about confidence again. Many English learners believe confidence comes after perfect English. Actually, the opposite is often true. Confidence grows because you practice. Every time you answer this question, you become more comfortable. Every conversation teaches you something. Every mistake becomes another opportunity to improve. Do not compare yourself with native speakers. Compare yourself with yesterday. If you know 5 more words today than you knew last month, you are making progress. If you can answer one more question without stopping, you are improving. Small progress becomes big progress over time. Another helpful tip is to smile while you speak. A smile makes your voice sound warmer. It also helps you feel more relaxed. Take a small breath before you begin your answer. Speak one sentence at a time. You do not need to rush. Clear communication is much more important than speaking quickly. Let's finish today's practice with one more complete answer. My strengths are that I am hardworking, responsible, and always willing to learn. I enjoy solving problems, and I like working with other people. I know I still have many things to learn, but I improve a little every day, and I always try to do my best. Now, let's think about something very important. Your strengths are not only useful in job interviews, they are useful in everyday life. When you understand your strengths, you become more confident. You know what you do well. You know how you can help other people. You also know what you should continue improving. Confidence is not about believing you are perfect. Confidence is about knowing your good qualities and using them in a positive way. Many people spend too much time thinking about their weaknesses. Of course, everyone has weaknesses, and everyone has things they need to improve. That is completely normal. But today, we are focusing on your strengths. Every person has something special. Maybe you are kind. Maybe you are patient. Maybe you work hard. Maybe you always smile and make other people feel comfortable. These qualities matter. Never think that only big achievements are strengths. Small habits can also become great strengths. For example, imagine two workers. The first worker is very talented, but often arrives late and forgets important tasks. The second worker may not be the most experienced person, but they always arrive on time, complete their work carefully, and treat everyone with respect. Which person would many employers choose? Very often, they would choose the second person, because reliability and responsibility are valuable strengths. Now let's learn how to make your answers sound even more natural. Instead of saying only, "I am hardworking," you can use different expressions. You can say, "One of my biggest strengths is that I never give up." Or, "I believe I work well under pressure." Or, "People often tell me that I am a good listener." Or, "I enjoy helping other people whenever I can." These sentences sound friendly and natural. They also make your English more interesting. Now let's imagine another job interview. The interviewer smiles and asks, "What are your strengths?" You answer calmly, "I think one of my biggest strengths is being dependable. If someone gives me a task, I always try to complete it carefully and on time. I also enjoy learning new things, so I can adapt quickly when I need to learn a new skill. Finally, I enjoy working with people because I believe good teamwork helps everyone succeed." This answer is not difficult, but it gives the interviewer a clear picture of your personality. Now imagine you are talking with a new friend. The conversation becomes more personal, and your friend asks, "What do you think is your biggest strength?" You could answer like this: "I think my biggest strength is staying positive. Even when something is difficult, I try to keep learning instead of giving up. I believe every mistake teaches me something new." This answer sounds honest and friendly. Let's practice another situation. Your English teacher asks everyone to describe one strength and one example. You say, "I think I am organized. Every Sunday evening, I make a plan for the next week. This helps me finish my homework and remember important appointments." This answer includes a real example, so it feels more believable. Now let's review some useful vocabulary we learned today. Hardworking means you always try your best. Responsible means people can trust you. Friendly means you enjoy talking with people. Patient means you stay calm. Reliable or dependable means people can count on you. Creative means you enjoy finding new ideas. Organized means you like planning your work. Flexible means you can adapt to change. Positive means you focus on solutions instead of only problems. Fast learner means you learn new skills quickly. Good listener means you pay attention when other people speak. Team player means you enjoy working with others. These words are useful not only in English class, but also in real life. You will hear them in interviews, business conversations, university applications, and everyday discussions. Now, let's practice building an answer step by step. Step 1. Think of one strength. Step 2. Explain what it means. Step 3. Give one small example. Step 4. Finish with a positive sentence. Let's do it together. My biggest strength is that I am responsible. I always try to complete my work carefully and on time. Last month, I helped my team finish an important project before the deadline. I enjoy doing my best every day. That is a complete answer. It is clear, simple, and natural. Now let's practice another one. I think I am a friendly person. I enjoy meeting new people and making them feel comfortable. At work, I always try to greet customers with a smile. I believe kindness makes every conversation better. Notice how these answers sound relaxed. They do not sound like memorized speeches. They sound like real conversations. Here is another example. One of my strengths is that I stay calm during difficult situations. When problems happen, I try to think carefully before making a decision. I believe staying calm helps me find better solutions. Again, this answer uses simple English but communicates a strong message. Now, let's talk about practice. The best way to improve your answer is to repeat it many times. On the first day, write down 2 or 3 strengths that describe you. On the second day, read your answer slowly. On the third day, try saying it without reading. On the fourth day, record your voice. Listen carefully. Maybe you speak too quickly. Maybe you need clearer pronunciation. Improve one small thing every day. Small improvements create big results over time. You can also practice in front of a mirror. Smile while you speak. Look at yourself with confidence. At first, it may feel a little strange, but after a few days, it becomes much easier. Another great idea is to practice with a friend or language partner. Ask each other simple questions like, "What are your strengths?" Then answer using your own words. The more you practice, the more natural your English will become. Now let's create one final answer together. Hello. I think one of my biggest strengths is that I am hardworking. I always try to finish my work carefully and learn from my mistakes. I am also friendly, and I enjoy working with different people. Another strength is that I am a fast learner. I enjoy learning new skills because they help me improve. I know I still have many things to learn, but I practice every day, and I always try to become better. This answer is simple enough for beginner learners, but it also sounds confident and professional. Before we finish today's podcast, I want you to remember one important idea. Your strengths are not something to hide. They are not something to feel embarrassed about. Everyone has good qualities. Your strengths make you unique. They help you grow. They help you succeed. When you speak about them honestly and naturally, people understand who you are. Do not wait until your English becomes perfect before talking about yourself. Start today. Use simple words, speak slowly, smile, make mistakes, learn from them. Every conversation is another chance to improve. Every sentence you speak brings you one step closer to confidence. Thank you so much for listening to Daily English Fluent Podcast. I am Jake, and I am very happy you practiced English with me today. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself. Your English grows little by little every single day. See you in the next podcast.